Tomorrow, of course, sees the start of a new round of matches in the Bundesliga. All starts with a Berlin derby and then some key matches on Saturday as well regarding the title race. But before we talk about those in too much detail, Jan is still with us. Jan, I want to just talk about what we saw in that first week. What really stood out for you, just the overall experience?
Well, first of all, I think that the whole football world is so happy that everything functioned well. I was a bit afraid of fans who will kind of gather around the stadium and break some health restrictions that the government had given out. That didn't happen. It took some time for me. I saw all the German games, but Sunday I just got a feeling that, well, not to live with that. It just shows you how desperate we are to get the fans back in the arenas. But it's better than nothing. From sports kind of thing, is Dortmund an unbelievable great win against Schalke. Schalke looking terrible. Union Berlin, they had one chance to beat Bayern, was to have a great crowd in their home stadium. They didn't have that, and kind of Bayern just did what they had to do, which is more than good enough. And for my former club, Eintracht Frankfurt, they looked terrible against the Gladbach team that could be one of the outsiders, as will Bayer Leverkusen, who kind of crushed Werder Bremen, a traditional great club, been up there winning titles for fun, producing players over the years, and they just look terrible, and they seem to be heading all the way down to the second league.
Let's talk about some of those upcoming games, and I think Borussia Dortmund have won a lot of fans, even just over the last week, after the way they played football in that opening game. Big test for them, though, away against Wolfsburg.
It is, and it's like you kind of want to talk about a film that you won't tell people the end, because these are crucial days for the German Bundesliga. I love every league to be exciting and not having Bayern to run away with it. But I can take you through this. Dortmund is going to Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg, they are flying. They have a great coach. They got Glasner in from Austria, from Lask Linz. And they could win against Dortmund in the same weekend. Bayern Munich are playing at home to Eintracht Frankfurt. The last time Eintracht Frankfurt played there, they had a great Norwegian, good-looking guy who scored a winner. So you can imagine how long that is ago. And then on Tuesday, there is a Dortmund-Bayern game. So we could end up Bayern flying away in 4 or 5 days' time. And that is not a good prospect for all of us who loves this title challenge in Germany at the moment.
Yeah, as you say, it's going to be a defining few days as to whether or not someone can catch Bayern at the top of the table. Two teams, of course, that aren't concerned about the title race, but are concerned about bragging rights within the city, is the game tomorrow. Union Berlin take on Hertha Berlin. What can you tell us about that? Sell this to us.
I can tell it to you. This is a proper rivalry. This is a derby. This is East against West. Just Google Berlin and do the way they've been in the history of politics or everything. And now Union Berlin, who is the outsider, playing Hertha Berlin. They got a new coach, Bruno Labbadia, who is used to the derbies from the Hamburger Sportsverein against Werder Bremen derbies. He won 3 of them there. And this is a game also, the only team that have kind of made all mistakes that is possible to do in the Corona time. They had Kalou making a video. He is then suspended. Then they won now, and Ibisevic, he kind of hugged everyone. Sorry, you couldn't do that, my friend. And then we have Boyata, who get kissing around. So we'll see if they stick to football. They won 3-0 at the weekend. They looked very good. Hertha Berlin did against Hoffenheim. So this is going to be one of those rivalry. And Berlin, what a city. And I guess you've been there, Dan.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.